Hello and welcome to another TFHB Predict. Today we are predicting a very bit of an early prediction for the Premier League 2024-2025 season. We'll maybe do another one of these closer to the season start, but we're going to do one now before the transfer window has really kicked in.
Euro's only just finished.
Euro's just finished. Great result. We're going to see who we think are going to finish where in the Premier League this season. So, should we start with the A's and end with the W's?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a weird way to do it. Let's do it though.
Right, let's go. Arsenal then.
So, do they get over the hump this time? Fell apart at the end 2 years ago. Last season, didn't fall apart. You definitely couldn't call them falling apart. They chased Man City the whole way. It was just Man City did a Man City thing and kept going. I think... Well, what's your instinct? You're involved in the title race in some ways. I think they're definitely top two. I think they retain their top two spot.
Let's put them in there for now.
Okay.
For now, and maybe it'll change when we discuss the other teams. So they're going to go up into the Champions League.
Yeah.
Up there, right? Bournemouth. They didn't do too bad last season, did they? Actually,
yeah.
Good manager. Actually, they got a really good manager.
Yeah. Iraola.
Yeah.
A lot of people were sceptical. He came across from La Liga and hadn't really done anything before. Yeah, people like Gary O'Neill. I think it was a progressive change in terms of the football they're playing. They're
smash United at Old Trafford, didn't they?
Yeah. Solanke in massive goal scoring form. I think they're safe. I think
higher mid.
I think 12th.
12th, yeah. So they're going to go on that higher mid for now.
Yeah.
But Aston Villa, now, obviously last season, massively overachieved. An incredible season. We've got their famous European Cup final kit there, which is from our sponsor, which is 3 Retro for this video. So check that out in the description below with a fantastic 10% discount as well. But they, of course, got Champions League now this season, which could be... Could that be like Newcastle last season?
Yeah. Newcastle obviously qualified and did decently well, although did go out in the group stages, but were competitive in a very difficult group. Villa, we don't know their group yet, but it's the new Champions League format.
It's not a group, but it's and they all play 8 games. That's 2 more than Newcastle played last season. Yeah. So they're gonna have,
and possibly up to 10, even if they make the playoffs.
So they're going to have a really hard...
Yeah, they need to sign players.
Season.
They've lost Douglas Luiz already quite early doors.
That's a huge loss,
Yeah, but they've replaced him with Andre Onana. Or Amadou Onana.
That's a great signing.
He's got an amazing English accent as well. That viral video of him. The Belgium international. I think they do drop off, but I still think they're good enough to be top 5-6.
Do you?
Or do you think the drop-off's bigger?
The drop-off's bigger.
Okay.
I think it's 7th.
Put them in 7th now.
I think they're sitting in that 7th. I think what saves them is Unai Emery.
Yes.
Outstanding manager.
Really, really good manager.
Right, Brentford didn't have a great season last year. You remains to see if Ivan Toney's going to leave. If he leaves, that is their big
You worry
goals.
for them.
Got Mopé there, good for
good banter.
Good banter on Twitter. Mbuemo, he could go as well. He's been linked around, isn't he? Wissa as well. I feel like if they don't,
the time's come in.
Yeah.
I early fear for them again. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think they're in that
Thomas
lower
Frank,
mid.
Great manager.
Lower mid. I'm surprised Frank hasn't gone. I mean, maybe it's just not worked out that the job's been there, but it's almost like he's at the peak of his power now. Leave before it goes wrong, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. Right, Brighton, another team they've lost their manager, De Zerbi, great manager.
Yeah.
However, they didn't do that well last season under him.
No.
They did drop off quite considerably.
Yeah, his head just turned, really, wasn't it? And suddenly they came from the team that everyone loved. Did he get a club? I think he did. We'll look it up. But they brought in Hertzler, haven't they? Hertzler, who is the 31-year-old. Unbelievably young. I don't hate it like the proper football man.
He's our age.
Yeah, he's our school year. Proper football men going, he's too young. Can't be managing that young. He's done very well, though, with Sampaoli.
You can see some good young managers.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was pretty young, wasn't he?
Often, we've said it before, the best players don't make the best managers. He is... Richard Key he's a laptop manager. He's a football manager. He's more than that. He's done very well so far. Yeah, I think he regains a little bit of form. I think
They struggled in the Europa League last year, didn't they, as well?
I'd put them above Bournemouth.
Okay.
I think we're 8th. Let's put them 8th now.
Okay. Chelsea.
I think Chelsea returns to the Champions League. Early shout.
You get them in top 4, you?
I think top 4.
Okay. You've used the voice that voice you have is the voice you had when England were in the Euros and they were getting better and better.
Yeah.
And we were predicting how well England were going to do, and you had that really glum, worried voice.
Listen, I don't hate Chelsea at all. But,
That's true.
No, I don't hate Chelsea. I think I don't want it to succeed. This strategy of buying so many players and amortize them, but
loopholes.
You respect the loophole game. They're good at loopholes.
I'll go with you on that. I think they might get.
They looked a lot better at the end of the season with Poch.
They did.
It'll be very interesting to see how Enzo Maresca does, though.
You know what? I think that's going to be the problem. I don't think they're going
to. They could bump into the Europa League. He did brilliantly at Leicester City. He's one of Pep's most trusted lieutenants. It's gone very American football, actually, football in recent years, and it's like coaching tree, getting coaching tree people. You can't get Pep, so let's get Pep's lieutenant. Arteta, exactly, company. And so,
I know he did a good job at Leicester.
I
saw Leicester play Liverpool last season. I know it was Leicester in the League Cup. They played their style of football, and they got picked apart.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he might struggle at the start with implementing his new style of football. And I think that might be a bit of a problem catching back up again. But I don't know.
Be interesting who they sign. I think Nkunku's back and
I
could
think
have a good season.
Stayed, I would have had him staying and going into fourth.
All right, put him 5th for now. I think there's definitely a shout that they qualify.
Right, Crystal Palace. Good manager again. They changed it halfway through the season and he did a fantastic job. Gladstone, isn't it?
Yes, but they have lost Olise to
Bayern. Yeah.
And there's a chance Eze, we've obviously been at the Euros and we've not heard a huge amount of transfer.
Mateta was the man though, wasn't he, last season?
Yeah, and the 3 of them together look brilliant. They didn't actually play a huge amount together because 1 or 2 were injured.
It was.
But when they were on the pitch together, towards the end of the season, again, justification for moving on from Hodgson. A lot of people were like, I can't believe you're getting rid of a good old English manager who's done it for years. Sometimes there's an exciting young manager out there who can come and do something, and I think he's done that.
13th.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Just below Bournemouth. Yeah, fine.
Everton.
I'd love them to go down. They've had their time.
Well, I would as well, obviously. But
they've circled the drain for so long now.
They won't know.
They just about survived under Lampard. They were saved by Dyche, and obviously even
didn't
had
do too bad last season, Dyche.
Even with the points deductions and everything. I just think not everyone's got a right to remain.
Some of those players, obviously, Onana's left now. Branthwaite probably will go.
I don't know what their budget's going to look like, even with the sales. Desperate for money. I think they still. I think lower mid 14th.
Yeah, around there.
14th, but I think there's worse sides than them probably.
Okay, first side to come up then, Southampton. Russell Martin.
No, he's
innovative
someone I'd love to see relegated.
Yeah.
He is someone I would love to see relegated.
Former Swansea manager, of course.
Former Swansea manager for a long time and was dominated Cardiff every time he played us for 5 derbies in a row.
He plays 2 inverted fullbacks, doesn't he?
Yeah, very, very modern manager, I suppose, in that way. Worked in the Championship. Should have probably got Swansea certainly promoted to the playoffs.
Came close, didn't he? Yeah.
Came close. Did it with Southampton in the playoffs. Did it at the Leeds lost, and that is significant for Leeds, and they're going to sell players, and I'm sure it's going to have an impact on them. I think I don't mind if they go down. Do you not feel like we've had a bit of Southampton lately? Let's mix it up.
I think they might struggle. Yeah.
18th, best of the prototypes.
Yeah, I think Ross Martin. I think is brilliant. I really love to see his style of football and see how it goes in the Premier League.
It could be a company thing,
but I don't know if
it could be stick to your principles, but actually you get battered.
Right, Fulham. Interesting. Now they kind of cemented their place for the last couple of years now as that lower mid-table club.
Yeah, lost Mitrovic, and you thought this could be troubling goals, but they survived.
Yeah,
they were fine.
They didn't do too bad. They've made a good side of that. I think if they lose Palhinha,
which it looks like it's going,
it would be a huge loss. Pereira's obviously come really good for him. He plays for Brazil now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Harry Wilson, of course. Jimenez. I don't know if they're a bit tired now in that team now.
Let's bump Bournemouth to 11th. Let's stick them 12th.
I don't think they finished higher than Palace.
Okay.
Under Glasner.
Fine. So Everton down at 15th?
Let's put them there.
Okay.
Right, Ipswich.
Ooh. Ipswich. That funny video of Bielsa trying to say Ipswich is all I can ever think of Ipswich.
Yeah, classic, yeah.
Now,
a little Welsh connection here.
Yes, yeah, 3 Welsh players they had when they were promoted.
Keith gone back, has he now?
No, he's gone to Sheffield United.
Oh.
Signed for Sheffield United the other day. But Wes Byrne.
Yeah.
And
Broadhead.
I think they dominated the Championship last year, which is amazing, really, because they were promoted from League One. Kieran McKenna is an incredibly talented manager.
He's staying, isn't he?
He has stayed. He's signed a new contract.
He with Chelsea, wasn't he?
Yeah. A lot of thought he was going to go there, and obviously then they went Maresca from Leicester. Double back-to-back promotion. Lots of League One players now playing in the Premier League. They played incredibly attractive football and successful football, and they very nearly threw it away at one point, as all the promoted clubs tried to do.
Yeah.
I think they struggle because I think they maybe that's not a bad thing for them. They come back down to the Championship with a whole lot of money. They build a stronger squad, and then they go back up under him. But I think they struggle.
Finish above Southampton or below?
I hope they finish above Southampton.
Above them. Right, Leicester obviously lost their talismanic manager. We know him from winning the league a few years ago. But what do you think?
I don't like doing the 3 up, go straight back down. And it happened last year, and actually it's not all that common. You don't always get the 3 up coming back down. But I wonder whether we're up 3 up, 3 down. Although we have got.
Let's put him there. Forest we might change him. Yeah, I was thinking that. Let's put him there. Right, Liverpool champions.
Not for me.
No, not for me either.
Not for me. Post Klopp.
Obviously, losing Klopp is absolutely huge. We just talk about Leicester losing Maresca.
Yeah.
Klopp leaving is so much bigger.
He's a cultural guy as much as anything, isn't he? He was the club.
He's in great.
The end.
Yeah. He was like Shankly, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In a modern form. Now, it remains to be seen how if any of the players leave as well.
Yeah, possibly the end for Salah. Do you think?
I know Salah.
I think he's staying.
Yeah,
I think he'll stay.
He said. I think he said recently he wants to end his career there as well. I think he had a chance last season to go.
Yeah.
And it hasn't.
Yeah.
I think he stays. I think Liverpool have to make some big signings.
Yes. Gakpo looked good in the Euros though.
Well, if Gakpo plays in the left, he's good. And he was good at the end of the season as well. We also got fantastic forwards. They need to get a centre mid. Like, I know we got McAllister brilliant. Szoboszlai, tailed off in last season. Endo good, but he's beyond 30. Defensively, Van Dijk says he's not sure about his career now. Robertson's not as good as he was 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Trent has to go midfield for me now. I don't know. I think Arne Slot is a good, safe one to put in.
Yes,
he's done it. Yeah. He's won leagues.
Yeah,
he's from what I've seen, he's very popular already. He's got a good way about him. Obviously, that's what I would see. They're not going to show me anything else. But I think they still finish top 4. I still think their squad, if as it is, and with players to come in, I think is too good not to finish there. Fourth, yeah.
I think fourth, and I think fourth
would be a good
season.
Yeah, I think so. But then,
because being the man after the man is so hard.
Well, no, you know what? I don't think they're looking for maybe, but I'm just judging by the teams that are to come. Right, Man City.
I think they win the league again.
Yeah, that's just a safe bet. Again, we'll do this again nearer the season starting, and maybe think much it. But pre-season friendlies might give us a different idea.
Yeah,
you never know.
I think this is Pep's last year. I think this is Pep's last year in the league.
This is last year because at the end of this season, all the
charges come out.
The financial fair play stuff comes out, and you'll want to be out of there before that comes.
I think he walks. I think he goes. Similar to when he announced it when I was probably wearing that Barcelona shirt there in university. I remember the day Pep left Barca. He announced it, and it was breaking news. And I love that Barca sign. It was heartbroken. I think he'll announce sort of his trip to New York or wherever he'll end up going for a retreat. Sort of January time, February time, a bit like Klopp did, I suppose. And he's like, I'm done. And I think they win the league again. He is so good, and he's been so impressive. A lot of people now are maybe getting that point of a little bit like Formula 1 with Max Verstappen, people like that, bored of the continued success.
Yeah.
But
you know what though?
It's insane.
don't actually know. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne is. Well, he wasn't very good at the Euros. He's not as dynamic as he was. I think it'll be closer again. It was pretty close last season.
Between the two of them, yeah, there's a good title race on our hands. For me, Arsenal need one or two more players, possibly.
I think Man City need a few extra players as well. Right, Man United.
Get a hold of Ten Hag.
So I don't think it was a great idea.
No, but they have got on paper a decent squad.
Decent.
Nowhere near
decent.
what's good enough.
Yeah.
Nowhere near what's good enough to challenge. But you look at where they finished last year. They did, and it was one of their poorest seasons ever. But that
they did finish 8th.
Yeah, but it was a couple of results here and there that maybe could have pushed them up the league. This is for me. I think they're below Chelsea. This is why I think Chelsea top 4.
No, I think they come 8th again.
Really?
Yeah. Got Spurs to come.
One Ten Hag's gone. Well, I wonder whether Ten Hag's goes. I wonder whether Ten Hag goes. It's difficult to say, isn't it?
I think theirs is going to be determined on their transfer window as well.
Yeah,
for me,
really, really significant.
They got some proper dead weight in that.
And whether Højlund finds shooting boots, he did at
the end
of last season.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Mason Mount, injured. Right, I think they finished above Villa.
7th, Villa.
Because I think Villa Champions League.
And I think Villa fans would take that if they had a long run, deep run in Champions League. Maybe you take that.
A cut run. Right, Newcastle. Obviously, last season with Champions League, beating, smashing PSG off the park, but they have dipped, and they still got Eddie Howe, haven't they?
For now, obviously linked to maybe the England job. I don't think he goes. I think it'd probably be wise for him because I think they may get impatient with him maybe at Newcastle if he has another difficult season. Obviously, Champions League 2 years ago. Now, last year struggled because of the Champions League and because of the squad depth and lots of injuries. But if he doesn't start strongly, I wonder whether they get rid of him and they look at someone else.
Where are they going then?
I think they finish below Chelsea. Let's put them 6th.
I think it's above Man United, above Villa.
Newcastle.
Yeah. They have got good team on paper, haven't they?
Isak's a good goal scorer. I think if he's had a good season, if they keep hold of him.
All right, let's put him there. Right, Forest. They're going to struggle.
I wonder whether this could be a year for them if they're hit with more financial security.
Let's put them there.
Leicester. Is it Leicester or Ipswich survive?
You want Ipswich to survive, but I think
Leicester. Well, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right. I just feel like Forest.
Yeah.
They are. Nuno's not a bad manager, but I just feel
lots of financial constraints on them as well.
They're going to struggle.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Spurs. Ange, 5th last season.
4th this year.
4th. Was it 4th, was it?
No, I think 4th this year.
4th, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. But I don't think they'll finish above Liverpool.
No, okay.
Do
Liverpool
you?
3rd. I think there's a bigger gap, definitely, between Liverpool and the top 2 this time.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think Spurs and Liverpool battle out for 4th, maybe. 3rd, 4th, and then that battle, Chelsea just behind, something like that.
Maybe. Okay, yep. I was going to say Liverpool 4th. I could see him being the 4th best, but then I don't see him being worse than Spurs or Chelsea.
See what I mean.
So I'm going to put him there. West Ham, yeah.
West Ham now.
No Moyes now.
The post-Moyes era, Lopetegui.
Manager.
Yeah, obviously didn't have a great time at Wolves, but was never really happy there by the look of it.
In that 8th higher mid-table?
I think higher mid-table.
Above Brighton or below Brighton?
Let's give the 31-year-old his chance.
Okay, there we go. Right, and last up then, Wolves. I think lower mid-table would be what I'd expect them.
Yeah, I think it's lower mid-table. I think above Everton. And I think above Fulham as well. Yeah.
Okay, that is our final Premier League table. We're going to do a couple of other things now. But there we go. So we've got Man City winning the league, then Arsenal, Liverpool and Spurs into the Champions League. Chelsea, Newcastle, Asians Europa League. United in the Conference League. And then the rest. And then Forest, Ipswich and Southampton going down. Play of the season prediction.
Interesting. So does Cole Palmer keep it up? He was brilliant. Was Phil Foden's title last year.
Yeah.
Does Haaland respond with more goals?
He wasn't great last season, was he? Compared
to relatively speaking, still got a heck of a lot of goals. Or do you give it to someone like Declan Rice this year? I think Arsenal would have to win the title for Rice to win it.
Yeah.
Or Saka.
who to go as well?
I'm going to go with a Man City player, and I think Haaland scores even more goals. So let's go Haaland.
I'm going, right. It's my left field prediction. William Saliba.
Okay, nice.
Player of the year.
Nice.
You know what? I might change it the next one. I can't feel asked I might do it this season.
I'd like to see it. I think I would like to see it, but yeah.
I just want Liverpool to win. No, I didn't want Liverpool to win.
Yeah.
But I can see him. He was good at the Euros.
I think if they win the league, I'll be an Arsenal player. If we say Man City win the league, it's going to be a Man City player.
Okay, right. Top scorer?
Haaland.
I will go with Haaland. Because this is a nice, easy pick.
Yeah.
Young player?
Interesting. So I think Cole Palmer retains it. He's still young enough to be in that young player category. I think he's only 20, 21, is he? Mm-hmm. He was amazing at the Euros. He was amazing. He's probably England's best player at the Euros, to be honest.
When he played,
a sub. He was so important for Chelsea. I mean, FPL players, which we will post the link to our FPL at some point as well. Come challenge me. His rise is the highest rise ever, from 5 to 10.5. The highest rise ever in FPL history, because he was so good. It probably means that he won't get picked that much because he's so expensive now. But I'm going to go with him, retaining it, young player.
I could see that happening. Maybe Harvey Elliott or something coming up to the fore next season. Let's put him in there. Liverpool player. He's pretty good in there last season. Right, anything else we need to go over?
Give me your first manager sacked.
Oh, that's a hard one. First manager sacked. I'll go with Nuno Espirito Santo.
I was thinking him as well. I was thinking Nuno, but I'll vary it then. So we've got a comparison. It's not going to be Ten Hag. I think whilst United could pull the trigger at some point this season, it won't be the first manager sacked. Let's go with Newcastle start poorly and Eddie Howe loses the job.
Okay.
And they go someone like Zidane, someone crazy like that.
Oh my God, imagine that would be so good.
Yeah.
Right, fair play. Right, that is our early Premier League predictions. Hope we will change them. I'm sure it'll be different in a few weeks' time. Let us know what your predictions are, your early predictions. Who do you think is going to win the league? Who's going to make the top 4? Who's going to get relegated, unfortunately? Please like, subscribe as well, and comment below. As we said before, please check out 3 Retro as well, using that code to get 10% off. And if that's everything, we'll see you again for the next one very soon.